Good day once again, viewers. Time for another review. So I just read Naruto 577. It was a good chapter. It was a good chapter. So Kishimoto builds up the fight between Tsunade and Madara, and well, the other Kages, Tsunade and Madara, quite nicely. He gets like a bit of dialogue going, gets everything revved up. While everything's getting revved up, Tsunade's like forehead is bleeding, that seal thing. And then she says, rule number 1, medical ninjas can't join battle. Medical ninjas are the last ones to die, and they can't do something else. And then he says, but there's another rule, and then goes super epic, seal all over the place. If you have mastered this technique, you can break all the other rules. And then she goes absolutely BAMF on Madara. She just goes nuts. She's like, Rah! And then starts cracking the Susanoo, which I thought was like pretty nuts. I mean, she's cracking it, like, you know, it's pretty hardcore. And actually, Kishimoto does state that she is slower than the Raikage, but actually stronger than him. So I was like, really? Wow, that's pretty sick. Because I mean, to be honest, we haven't really seen Tsunade, apart from like Tsunade and Jiraiya against Orochimaru. We haven't seen much Tsunade fights that have really showed off her abilities. Like, so this is the first time we're properly seeing Tsunade in like full-blown action mode, which is pretty refreshing. Yeah, we also see the Mizukage helping out the Tsunade with some dragon water thing, some rah, and then it hits Madara, and then the Raikage and Tsukage come and like smash him down, and they're just like hammering Madara away, and still Madara's like chatting shit about, like, he's like, oh, you know, the only thing that you would have passed on is hatred. It's like, mate, Madara, you are getting, you know, smashed into the ground like, you know, whack-a-mole. I mean, he's like a piñata at this point. And then Tsunade punches a hole through him. I mean, like, just absolutely, you know, punches like this humongous hole through Madara, and I was like reading it, just like, wow. After all this time, Tsunade just punched a hole through Madara. But of course, it's never that simple. So we see the Kebab, that is Tsunade, on a skewed on a, like, I thought it was a Susanoo at the first, but then Madara says it's something to do with his with the first technique. Yeah, actually, with the first, like, Madara really likes him, and it makes me think maybe this is Kishimoto's intention to have, you know, this relationship between the first and Madara, like, really obvious. Like, you know, how Madara really respects the first because the first was so powerful, and Madara didn't survive, but now that he's been resurrected, we see like all of these sort of feelings that Madara felt for the first. It's like, it's a little bit homosexual, but you know, that's fine. Ninjas could be homosexual, I'm sure. It was really weird, and so I think, yeah, it's really intentional for the purpose of when Naruto and Sasuke come together. when they fight, or when they meet, it will be like, you know, Naruto is the very essence of what the first represents, as with the same as what Sasuke supposedly should represent. You know, the two sides of this, the Sage of Six Paths, like, so the Uchiha and the Senju, and it's supposed to be, you know, and it's all about the generations thing, and how Naruto, you know, after all these generations, is now, you know, still holds the ideals of the first Hokage and Sasuke. And maybe this is how it's going to end. You know, Naruto will defeat Sasuke, but Sasuke will die with this, like, huge amount of respect for Naruto, and will, you know, always respect him for how Naruto was so strong. But I don't think it's going to be as simple as that, because Naruto doesn't want to kill Sasuke, he wants to save Sasuke. But to be honest, I think to save Sasuke, he gotta die, or Itachi's got to do something miraculous. Which brings us to the end of the chapter, when Itachi's trying to get, like, rid of Sasuke. He's like, you know, stay back, you know, my crows will bite you to death. And his crows sort of, I don't know what he was expecting the crows to do against, you know, Sasuke, but the crows get sent back, and then suddenly you know, rocks are flying, and Itachi has found Kabuto, and Kabuto is kind of like, what the hell, you found me? And yeah, so Kabuto was like sort of, I don't know whether he was expecting it, because he didn't seem like horribly surprised, but he was sort of like, well, you know, you can't do anything to me because I have to stop it. And it was very clear that, you know, to stop the Edo Tensei, Kabuto has to intentionally stop the jutsu. So maybe Itachi will genjutsu-fy him. I don't know, but basically Itachi's last words are, oh, this is a lot more complicated than I thought. And it seems to be that he's talking about the jutsu and stuff, but in the background you see like the figure of Sasuke. So obviously the crows didn't do a lot, and maybe Itachi said this is more complicated because the crows didn't do anything. I don't know whether he was expecting the crows to do something, or because Sasuke is like proper in rage mode, and it will be really complicated if Sasuke tries to kill Kabuto like straight away, because I feel that Sasuke might just try and do that, just try and end Kabuto, and Itachi's going to be like, no, you can't kill him. We need to genjutsu-fy him. Together, let's genjutsu-fy him. And Sasuke's probably not going to hear any of it, and then... Anyways, well, that could happen, you know, ironically Itachi will protect Kabuto, maybe, but to be honest, I think, with what sources have told me, there's been a couple of, like, leaks, well, not leaks, but this guy on the internet, on some forum, has made some interesting predictions, most of which have come true so far, which is a bit weird. And one of his predictions is that Jiraiya will come back. And I mean, that, to be honest, it makes sense, because his body wasn't like disposed of, it was just at the bottom of the sea, and he had blood like everywhere, like, you know, there was just loads of blood. So if you can bring back most of the Akatsuki, I'm pretty sure he can get Kabuto can get Jiraiya back. So if there is a time for Jiraiya to be resurrected, now is the time. So now is the onset of depression, as we have to wait another week for the new Naruto chapter predictions. I think maybe Jiraiya might come back next chapter. We'll see some Itachi and Sasuke and Kabuto dialogue. I'm not sure whether Kishimoto is going to focus on that, or if he's going to end the Kage battle, because I'm pretty sure we'll get some of that. I don't think he'll go back to Naruto yet. He will... So at some point, maybe after the Kage fight and just before the Itachi Sasuke Kabuto face off, I think he'll go back to Naruto and Toby. But there's a part of me that feels like what we're going to find out with the Itachi Sasuke and Kabuto fight is going to be imperative for maybe even like the identity of Toby, or how to beat Toby, or, you know, the whole plan, like what is Kabuto hiding and all his secrets, you know, just everything like that. Also, we might see Sujetsu make an entry with this scroll that he has. You know, don't know whether it was like Orochimaru's porn mag, but you know, some snake stuff. I don't want to even get into that. But anyway, so yeah, tell me what you think is going to happen next week. Tell me what you thought of this chapter. I thought it was pretty banging. Got lots of action. We got some new story developments, slightly not so much, but emotional story developments. Good fighting, and I can't wait for next week. So thanks for watching. I still haven't come up with a way to end my videos properly, so I'm just going to end. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, favourite. Oh, and check out my art. And yeah, I'm in a contest at the moment. But anyways, yeah, that's my other video. Anyway, thanks for watching.